Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with Nostalgia Critic, and I'm actually here because, well, I figured why not. This one's on Gremlins, so yeah. I actually haven't watched it in a while, but hey, I'm back. I'm just, you know how it goes. Just pick stuff that's interesting, and well, you might find this one interesting. I'll let the video explain itself. So, shall we get started? Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Here we go.
This episode brought
Sorry,
to
I
you
had to
by
charge my
Critic
phone.
Gremlins, a nostalgic hand-drawn animated holiday special.
Wait, you have an animated special? I'll be. Well, I'm just saying, it's been a while.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic.
You alright?
Remember it so you don't have to. Well, it's Christmas, and I'm still working from home. Yep, it's been more than a while since a tornado hit our studio. And
Oh,
our
really?
less than dependable fix-it people fixed us good.
Yeesh.
Well, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this whole year. Just everything seems to keep going wrong. I mean, just for once, I want something to go right. Roof damage, sicknesses, explosions, shit in my car.
Ew.
I don't need much. I just need someone to come to my door and say, everything's gonna be
Be all right.
right.
Speaking of which. Woohoo! Hi.
Hey, you're the Nostalgia Critic?
Yes.
I'm really glad to hear that. I've got something really special for you.
You do?
What is it?
Absolutely.
Let me guess. Eviction?
Very important piece of paper.
Looks like there's a lot here. Can you just sum it up in a very inspiring way?
Well, we're going to be doing construction on your road today.
What? That's gonna make a ton of noise.
Don't worry about it. We'll be out of here in like 3 years.
But
3
the
years?
road is fine. What's the reason?
It's Illinois. We don't need a reason.
Been there, done that.
Bye.
Alright, bye.
Louder. Louder.
Son of a bitch!
I'll review Gremlins this Christmas.
Yeah, I'd be. Critic's been having a rough year.
Another film people like to ask, is that really a Christmas flick? Well,
mean,
I
technically,
literally can't
takes
hear the
place
song
at Christmas,
Baby,
so-
Please Come Home without thinking of the film's title plastered over a snowy town, so I say that counts.
Bada-boom.
There's a ton of references to the holidays, imagery's all over the place, and the most gentle way to tell your kids there's no Santa Claus. It all checks out.
Ouch.
The surprise hit from director Joe Dante and writer Chris Columbus shocked many with how successful it was, and started a trend of obvious knockoffs for several years to come. No
Very much.
more surprised, though, with how well it did than the people who made it.
Hi, Dick Murray.
Chris Columbus originally wrote a hard R film with little to no optimism. And Joe Dante, with producer Steven Spielberg, added a lot more youthful wonder to the script.
Thank you.
Most people thought the clash of
Oops.
styles would sink the film, but 40 years later, people still love coming back to it. It got people's attention with a clever advertising campaign that kept what the Gremlins looked like a secret.
Gremlins.
Yeah,
You'll
like-
be expecting
Well,
more.
except here, but.
Not knowing what kind of film they were gonna get, audiences loved the surprise of 1 minute evil monsters getting blown up in microwaves, and the next singing Hi-Ho from Snow
I
White.
heard it's out the way
I
we
think that's still
go.
being
So I'd
talked
say.
about, and we're gonna talk about it this Christmas Day. Because with everything going on, it just feels like the proper Christmas flick. Louder. Louder.
Son of a bitch! Stop it.
Gremlins.
I think I ruined
The
Gremlins
film
too.
opens basically as 80s as it can, with Eddie Valiant and Short Round walking around Chinatown.
Let me introduce myself. Peltzer's the name, Rand Peltzer.
Hi,
You
Ran.
may think this is a film noir, but it's a horror, romance, Christmas puppet thing. I don't get it
It's a
either, but
comedy.
It's gonna make a bump.
Horror comedy.
Well, go ahead, mister. Look around.
This is Randall Peltzer, played by Hoyt Axton, who's looking to pawn off his shitty inventions.
The bathroom buddy. You got yourself your toothbrush. You got yourself a toothpick.
Plus, it's half the size of our current cell phones.
You forgot to brush your teeth. You got yourself a bad case of dragon breath.
Drag.
Did
Sorry.
we mention this was Chinatown?
Yep.
Part of the charm is everyone is playing it straight. Goofy stuff happens with this guy's inventions, but he always acts like he can still make the sale, which makes it even funnier.
That's no problem. That's absolutely no problem. Cleans up easily.
Go away.
The
Buzz
store
off.
owner, played by K.A. Lou,
Yeah, we have a good
says
like,
he's
buzz
not
off.
interested, but Peltzer discovers a pet he thinks would be a perfect gift for his son.
I'll give you $100 for it.
No.
Look, I've got to
No,
have
Bob
it.
Black.
I'll give you $200.
I'm sorry.
This creature could destroy entire cities, 300 at least. With that said, this is basically a cuddly nuclear bomb. Maybe don't leave him in such an easily stealable spot.
Oops.
Look, mister. There's 3 rules you've got to follow. Keep him out of the light. He hates bright light.
This makes it so you don't see the puppeteers. The other 2 ADR rules are don't get him wet and don't feed him after midnight. I had to make a bunch of jokes about that, but Gremlins 2
Yeah,
beat
true.
me to it.
They did it.
What if they're eating in an airplane and they cross a time zone? I mean, it's always midnight somewhere.
Tarantino's right. That movie is its own Mad Magazine parody. The credits
I mean, you ain't wrong. It's pretty much midnight somewhere. I mean, hell, if that were the case, we wouldn't be able to eat anything. Though I think it might be just local, but what are you gonna do? Actually, what does that thing reset? Like, does it like start over again after midnight, or what's going on? Like, yeah, again, those rules are a little vague, huh? I mean, what? Yeah, that's kind of easy because well, they multiply. Spoilers, I know, but the whole feed them after midnight, yeah, that makes them say you can't feed them after all. Like, seriously, how do you keep track of that? You know? Anyway.
Let's roll as we cut to Kingston Falls as we're introduced to Billy, played by
Ah,
Zach
Billy.
Galligan.
You're rolling with Rockin' Ricky Rialto, the voice of Kingston Falls, USA.
The forecast calls for 2 more inches of obvious fake snow, and while in town, check out the Spielberg In-Joke Film Festival.
Hey, Dr. Moreau.
Morning, Billy.
Save the Hill Valley Clock Tower? It is the same set. We even have a previous resident.
Pretty much. Billy?
Must be a Swedish name. We're also introduced to his co-worker Kate, played by Phoebe Cates.
You sign this petition.
What's it for?
It's to stop me from wearing the nightgowns I wore when I was 8. I
I
have a
was like, what
problem.
the hell? Oh boy.
We see Mrs. Deagle,
Just
played by
the
Polly
voice.
Holiday.
No,
Sounds like
no.
a lyric from Disney's Robin Hood. Who's so nasty she makes people go, oh.
Good morning, Mrs. Deagle.
What's good about it?
Oh,
My entire family burned to death right in front of me, but that was worse.
Jeez.
She's so mean she doesn't give starving families a break and wants to kill Billy's pet for knocking over her decorations.
The bank and I have the same purpose in life, to make money.
Money.
I want your dog.
She really is a mixed drink of Mr. Potter and Miss Gulch, isn't she?
I don't know.
the old bath never looked better.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
Well, that means a lot coming from you, Mr. Freeling. Actually, it's legendary animator Chuck Jones.
Hey, Chuck.
You know something about green monsters at Christmas. And while I know a lot of people are aware of that, I'm not sure how many people pick up he's watching one of his own cartoons, shaking his head in disappointment.
Wait, really?
Can I say in the face of such humiliating evidence?
Poor Chuck.
Isn't Captain Clip-On?
Actually curious what cartoon it was, because that was hard to tell which one. But still, for your own animator, just walk. I mean, I get it. It's like walking away from it. As an actor, but still, him just like, look at that. Just like, oh shit, it's my own. Jeez, was it one of the Drippy cartoons? I don't know. Just saying. Anyway.
He sits down with the actor who probably got hosed the most in terms of screen time, Judge Reinhold.
Hey,
In the
Ronald.
original version, he had a ton of scenes overly obsessing over his job. My favorite being both a funny and kind of uncomfortable scene where he locks himself in the vault, escaping the gremlins, and doesn't want to be freed.
Where are the keys to the vault?
You think you can come waltzing in here at any time of the day or night without an appointment? You've got to make an appointment with me now.
They weren't essential
All right,
to the
bye.
plot, though, so he gets a "you'll never amount to anything" scene and a "you putz."
You putz.
There you go.
That calls for a credit above Dick Miller.
Poor Tick.
Peltzer returns home with Billy's gift. Can't breathe! A
Help
little
me!
Mogwai named Gizmo, played by Howie
Giz-
Mandel, doing Skeeter's voice.
No. Some things I forgot to tell you guys.
Now you
They're
say
really
it.
important.
Don't feed him after breakfast. He loves water. Get him plenty of sun. I think that's it. They
No.
certainly cuten Gizmo up in the sequel to a point where they use that image in this film's advertising. While I do prefer
That's
that
ironic.
design a little more, he does look closer to an actual animal in this one, with his fur and ears looking more rugged. It does make him a touch more believable.
You know, you should just buy orange juice in cartons. It's a lot easier.
Billy's friend Pete drops by, played by
Pete.
Corey Feldman. Yeah, something about this town encourages people to hang with boys half their age. And he accidentally spills water
Oops,
on Gizmo,
sorry.
causing him to multiply.
Yep, there we
1,
go.
2, 3, 4, 5 million.
It's incredible.
Oh, he is neat.
Hey, look, video.
Comics, the original, so it's not on TikTok. His father, however,
all
is
right.
pretty amazed.
I'll bet every kid in America would like to have one of these.
In about 10 years or so, when they figure out too late they can sell toys on this, it might be a hit. They apparently don't play nice with other pets, though.
Oh, poor puppy.
Barney, who did this to you?
Wait, he's alive?
I'll get you down.
See what I
so
mean? This is the
stiff.
kind of mean-spirited Christmas movie I need this year. It looks like Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, you don't think
directed
you're already
Santa
dead.
Claus. I've just gotten used to nothing good happening this year.
Oh, speaking of
Better
which.
not be a contrarian call of good news.
Yellow.
Critic, it's the devil.
Oh, hi.
Do I wish you a Merry Christmas?
Do I wish you a happy 9/11?
See your
Yikes.
point.
Fair
I'm
point.
calling to let you know that we're expanding our operations.
No, that's great. You know,
Where
I
at?
keep looking around saying, hell really is on Earth.
So much so that we're expanding it to your basement.
What?
Get ready for endless screams. themes and elevator music by Randy Newman.
Randy
Why
Newman?
me?
You think you don't deserve it?
You know, this isn't the upbeat call I was waiting for.
Good.
Rude. Really? He's like, really? I expected this.
It's Randy.
The following day,
Even I would have been like, really? Jeez. Poor dude. Though, again, really gotta figure out those rules. Otherwise, bye-bye. Anyway.
Billy takes a mogwai to the most qualified professional he can think of, an
Mayor?
elementary school science teacher. The hell is he gonna discover? His whole job is teaching kids photosynthesis isn't an STD.
Boing.
I keep one of these here. Run some tests on him.
He keeps one of the mogwais to study, and Billy runs in the cage, finishing up her bartending
Okay,
job.
hi, Dick.
I don't think it's such a good idea that you drive. Why don't you walk home?
You know, Katie, I think maybe I'll walk home.
But you can't have a B movie or a Joe Dante movie without me.
Did you ever get
Yeah.
depressed on Christmas?
I don't celebrate Christmas.
What, are you Hindu or something?
No.
No, I just don't like to.
It reminds me of the second job I had to take to pay for our new chimney. He
What?
asks her out on a date and she agrees, but later that night, the mogwais seem obsessed with eating despite it apparently not being midnight yet.
Check.
Even the one at the teacher's lab has a certain craving at a certain time.
That's it, good buddy. Call it a night.
Yeah, be cautious. Take the chips. Leave the sandwich you literally just took a bite of, though.
Oops.
Doofenshmirtz is a more reliable scientist.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, all of them except Gizmo, who didn't eat anything, transform into cocoons. Again, if I went to this movie
Yeah,
not
that's not
knowing
look
what
good.
these things looked like, this would hype me up as hell. Billy's mother, Lynn, played by Frances Lee
Alien
Kane,
eggs.
asks if he fed them after midnight.
No, wait a minute.
Aw, did I sleep chew through electrical cords again?
Uh-oh.
Well, his father's at a convention of a million Easter eggs.
Hello, Robin the
Irish
Robot.
disappearing is my personal favorite. The cocoons start hatching, including the one at the teacher's lab.
Oh, shit.
When I got you a candy bar. Thought you might be hungry.
This would be a great Snickers ad.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers, get some nuts.
Shut the
Billy finds the teacher dead and the creature eating glass.
Ow.
No, that's the wrong type of Muppet. But at home,
Wrong
Lynn
one.
finds they hatched as well and gets a good look at these gremlins.
Woof. Look at him.
Again, I prefer the design of them a little bit more in the sequel. They have a little bit more personality to them. But I have to remind myself for the
Again,
contrasting of
still
tones
horror.
this film is constantly pulling off, it probably does make sense to make these things look more evil and unpleasant.
True.
I also love the detail of the gremlins' handprints. That's something you probably wouldn't make out in most other
Oh, wow.
versions, but on Blu-ray,
Didn't
it's
see
a
that.
nice detail. Oh, also, the mother's pretty badass in this scene.
Oh! Oh! Yeah. In you go! Whee!
She acts like she's been waiting for gremlins to attack her house. And as I mentioned before, the famous microwave scene.
Fire it up! Hee
God, does that still leave an impact?
La 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 la, damn.
No, Billy.
Yeah, I think that's more like la 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 la, damn. I mean, it's PG. What do you expect? And also, I think I remember she was originally supposed to die there, but they thought, you know what, nah. And ironically, they hated Gizmo. They just, I mean, did you guys remember the kill count on Gremlins? Well, let's just say tech issues were like, enough. Okay, wreck 'em. That's what they did, I think. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, incoming gremlin tree.
Billy got a new gremlin ornament. Wait a minute!
Oh, right in
But
the fire.
there's one left. Their leader named Stripe.
Ew.
And he has a cold, that's very important. Billy chases him down to a gym where he
YMC.
jumps in the swimming pool.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a cuter one.
This is one of my favorite oh shit moments. Because you know things are about to get a whole lot worse and there's nothing you can do about it. Everything's about to go to absolute insanity. Again, you can see why I sympathize
big
with
boy.
this film this year.
Speaking of which, now what?
Louder. Louder.
Hey! Shouldn't you close that?
What?
Yeah? Oh, hey, Bob.
Rob?
Oh,
What are
Rob,
you
what's
doing
up?
here?
Look,
Yeah?
I don't usually do this, but I hear you've been going through a difficult time.
Do you see my basement?
Yeah.
Apparently you've been miserable and even downright hopeless.
Oof. Where's this
Yeah.
going?
And it's at times like this when you think nobody's there for you. You could just disappear and not even leave an impact.
Okay, seriously, where is this going?
Yeah?
That's it. Bye-bye. Rude! That's what I would have been.
Hey, so doing something a little different this time, I'm actually recommending an animated short Christmas special called Christmas with Grubs. This is based on a comic from Keenspot, and it takes place on Christmas in 1985. It stars an 8-year-old boy named Grubs, his imaginary friend, and his family that has to put up with all his insanity.
Damn.
It's doing really good at the
Almost
time
like
of
Dennis the
recording. It's
Menace,
at 1.4 million views. It's got a lot of good people like Jerry O'Connell and Will Wheaton who haven't worked together since Stand By Me.
Damn.
Jaleel White, Felicia Day, Jason Marsden, and Debbie Derryberry as the voice of Grubs.
Debbie
Say
Derryberry.
it right that time. Played by Debbie Derry. Played by Debbie.
Debbie
Derry.
Derryberry.
Played by Debbie. But you can see it's well animated. It's got a lot of nostalgia connecting to the 80s, even though I don't remember if people started wearing their hats backwards then. I thought it was more of a 90s thing. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, look it up.
Regardless, it's very imaginative. It's got a lot of funny scenes. I think it's a good holiday special for kids and adults that like to remember what it was like being a kid, especially around that age. You can see it on Keenspot's YouTube channel, and on top of that, a random subscriber to Keenspot's YouTube channel will get $500 on Christmas Day. That's a chance to win $500 on Christmas Day just to
for
watch a
subscribing.
delightful animated short. I think that's a pretty good setup. Remember though, you have to be subscribed. It's a lot of fun, really cute, and I think worth your time. Go to youtube.com/Keenspot to check it out.
Let me know if you want to check it out. Anyway.
Come watch me play Sonic X Shadow Generations every Friday on Twitch. We also have
Already done
content
that game.
5 days a week.
Took only
Hope to
one
see you
stream, I think. Maybe 2, I don't know. I'll double check. Anyway.
Who says this isn't a Christmas movie? Look, it became a Rankin Bass production.
Oh, jeez. There we go.
Start going through the neighborhood, wreaking havoc.
Move the TV up. Aw.
Really, when you quit messing with the TV?
Oh, honey,
No.
you should put on a Roger Corman movie, preferably one we're in.
Uh-oh. Bulldozer.
The Gremlins drive the snowplow, and despite this being a pretty impressive bit of destruction, these characters proved to be so likable, they wrote in later in a news report that they survived. Despite the scene clearly indicating they got killed off.
We talked to one Mr. Murray Futterman at Mercy Hospital.
Duke's come out of his coma.
Doc says Duke's gonna be A-OK.
They even go after Mrs. Deagle, who was about to throw water on innocent carolers.
Yep, and in this case,
I feel like in another universe, she'd fall into a vat of chemicals and become a supervillain.
Chokerish?
We'll just have to settle for her ability to fly.
Up we go!
They seem to like Kate, though, because, well, she introduced them to alcohol like any good bartender should. And this causes them to act even crazier than before.
Oh, God.
Still better than Blackout Wednesday.
Fair enough.
Okay, there's nothing there, but wouldn't that be hilarious if it was the one gremlin who had a dick?
Like Coco? Yeah.
We hope you're enjoying this early preview of Gremlins 2.
Pretty
Again,
much.
imagine going to this movie, you don't know what the monsters look like, it seems like it's gonna take itself seriously, and then it
That
seems like this.
Pretty much.
Some days you just can't gremlin. Billy bursts in, though, to save her.
Thank you, Brett.
Help me!
Come on, tip! Woohoo! They never tipped! Run!
They make their way to the bank where, as almost everybody has pointed out, right the hell out of nowhere, Kate starts talking about her tragic backstory about her father gone missing around Christmas.
No,
Oh, I guess
another
no one's
reason
in
to
them.
hate Christmas. It was Christmas Eve. I was 9 years old.
Even Billy's like,
I was
hello,
like, huh?
can you figure out how we got to this moment?
Yeah,
A
hello?
couple hours went by.
I guess
Dad
was like,
wasn't home.
oh.
Police began a search.
The series itself would mock this in the sequel, where out of nowhere she starts talking about a horrible experience
Again?
on Lincoln's birthday.
Even Rose was like, okay, I'm
Weird, and
not
I-
now,
just
not
like
now, no,
Abe
no, no,
Lincoln.
come on, focus, 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 focus.
Gavin confessed he actually started to crack up there before he got off camera.
I went to try to let.
Yeah, even I would have been like, okay, where'd that come from? Like, seriously, huh? Translation, please. Anyway.
Light up the fire, and that's when I noticed the smell.
But that said, though, the story is great. When
Oh,
you
yeah.
hear it as a kid, it's horrifying, but as an adult, it's kind of hilarious.
Jeez.
They pulled out my father. He was dressed in a Santa Claus suit. He slipped and broke his neck.
Oops.
Died instantly.
It's a great scene to watch with people
Jeez.
because they don't know if it's appropriate to laugh or not. But because the tones keep going back
Yeah,
and forth
pretty
so
much.
I feel like this is definitely intentional.
Yikes.
And that's how I found out there was no Santa Claus.
Oh, Gizmo's
Any
face.
moment that has that reaction is not meant to be taken seriously. Fear not, though, the gremlins all gather at a movie theater to watch Snow White. They'll ground the story back in reality.
Sure about that? You're insane.
Like that amazingly
Like, seriously,
funny, but
they're just
it's
goofy.
so odd and specific, it's pretty hard not to be enjoyably memorable.
Fair enough. Oh, I think once that's splatted.
God, it's like being trapped in a theater with Wicked fans.
We're watching Snow White,
Blow 'em up.
and they love it.
You just know Warner Brothers is like, we had to do Snow White, didn't we? We couldn't make it a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Hell, we had one of the Bugs Bunny guys right there.
Chuck Jones.
Yeah, we'll make up for it with an awkward opening in the next one. Also, it
True.
comes full circle. I'm pretty sure Disney's putting Gremlins in Snow White now.
Ooh.
I guess when you think about it, what saves the day is blowing up a movie theater showing a Disney film that appeals to little monsters. That feels like a Warner Brothers move.
Billy.
My guess it was more of a... Oh. I think they just realized they couldn't couldn't they even show Snow White? Like, you know how Disney is with copyright, right? I mean, heck, they sued a school for just showing Winnie the Pooh. Well, at least the decorations, but with a movie like that? Yikes. Even I would have been like, okay, how do we make sure the Disney lawyers don't go after us? Blow up the theater. Let's do that. They can't come out to us. They don't know where they are. Sorry, I have to say it. Anyway.
Oh, Stripe.
But one gremlin is still left in the department store, so they go in to try and get him.
Hey. Uh-oh.
Thanks, Kate. Why don't you just turn on the sprinklers while you're at it?
Don't give her ideas. Right in the arm.
Jesus, how big is this department store?
I don't know.
It looks like the size of a Walgreens. Hell, they're promoting candy in the front window, but it's big enough to sell chainsaws?
I'm pretty sure you can do that anywhere, but
The
still.
big fight until Stripe gets to the fountain. Billy tries to stop him despite his hand clearly getting wet. But Gizmo
I think
saves
it's like
the day
body-
by pulling the blinds down and killing him with sunlight.
Ugh.
Originally, Billy was going to pull down the blinds and save the day, but I don't know. I like Gizmo having something to do. They did beat him up quite a bit. It's nice seeing him get
See,
revenge.
like I said, they
His melting
bullied
effect
him.
is also pretty damn impressive.
Ugh. Yikes.
Okay, it's got a few kinks, but I still think we can sell them.
Oh.
Later that night, though, the proper owner returns to retrieve what was stolen from him.
Conflicting eyewitness reports concerning little green men.
You teach him to watch television.
He wasn't even phased that the whole town
Yeah, it
was
was
taken
like-
over by monsters.
Yeah,
That's like saying Godzilla destroyed the entire city, and even worse, he's smoking.
He has something to say to you.
They say their farewells, as obviously Gizmo has to go back.
Sorry, Gizmo. You were not meant for this world. Yet.
I shit on your bed.
You suck.
Powerful words.
I would have been like, you
He
suck
walks
as a
into
man.
a Thomas Kincaid painting, and the credits roll. Yeah, see why I went with this movie? See why this is the one I picked for this Christmas? I mean, by God, how can this year get any worse? Insert doorbell or...
And here we go.
Phone ring, nice choice.
Hello.
Hello, this is Mandy.
Who?
Who the hell is Mandy?
Mandy.
Oh, I'm a fan. I'm
oh boy.
sorry.
What?
I know it's inappropriate to call you, but what I have to say can't be summed up in an email.
Look, this really
What is
isn't
it
something you
now?
should be
I'm
doing.
a little busy.
Your videos have meant a lot to me.
Thanks.
Okay, I'd be lying if I said I couldn't use a bit of an ego boost right now.
I've been watching you for years, and your reviews have really gotten me through a lot.
Yeah?
Okay.
When I was younger, I was bullied a lot for being different, and your videos gave me something to escape to, something to look forward to.
Well,
All right.
thank you. That does
So I'm
actually
just
mean a
waiting
lot.
for like the
You know
pilot
what
drop.
my favorite review is? The Wizard.
Oh, wow, you have been watching for a long time.
I know it
The
seems
Wizard?
like such a little thing, but your videos,
I
as
actually
silly as
haven't
they
watched
are,
that one. I'll have to
give
check
me
it out.
something to rely on when everything else in my life
Here
is
he is.
uncertain.
You know?
Well, I'll be honest, that might be exactly what I needed to hear. Thanks, Mandy. That really went a long way.
Thank you, angry video game nerd.
I'm a
Oh,
nostalgic
there we go.
critic.
Sorry, wrong number.
God damn it.
Bridges to yeet oneself off of. Oh, there's 3. All right, let's go.
Now what? What?
Hello.
Santa Claus?
Santa Christ here. Can you meet up for a little Christmas commingle?
Is it worth it?
I think so.
do you
What are you
think so?
doing now?
I was on my way to do some plummeting.
Oh, well,
Yes.
Can you meet up before you do that?
All right. Hey, the old studio.
Surprise!
Hey, guys.
Certainly was.
Wait, Critic! What do you think of your new studio?
New studio?
Wait, really?
Wait, why is everybody here? I mean, I know why Bill is here. Everybody knows his backstory.
True.
But why everybody else?
Well,
Yeah, what's
I
up?
was busy delivering Sega Genesis to all the good boys and girls of the world.
Wow,
when
you're
I
old.
found these two rapscallions just sleeping here.
So he asked us if we could lend you this place as a studio.
And we, of course, said yes.
No,
Thanks,
that's not
Chester.
how this works. There has to be something else.
Nope.
There's really nothing bad about this?
Really?
Well, for now. I'm sure something will happen at some point in the future, but for now, you can just enjoy it.
Sorry,
True.
critic. Sometimes good things just happen.
There.
Wow.
And the point.
You know, maybe this is why we like Christmas movies like Gremlins.
Oh, for crying out, always tying it to the review.
What? We were in the middle
Sometimes
one.
when we watch crazy, unpleasant media, it can help us get out the stress of our own lives, and the holidays can be stressful.
Amen to that.
Good, we got these sick, twisted, insane comedies around this time of year because they visualize the sick, twisted, insane thoughts we sometimes have around this time of year. You can have Christmas movies that reflect the more joyful side of things, but there are times you need those mean-spirited ones that know how to turn microwave monsters, launching old ladies, and dead chimney dads into something fun. Depending on what mood you're in, this could be the Christmas movie that perfectly hits the spot.
True. Depending on the source you're in.
And you know what? To return the favor, why don't we let Chester and Doe live here too?
What
Really?
a splendid idea.
We already live here. Nobody should be on the streets during Christmas.
We pay rent.
A beautiful gesture.
We each got jobs. This is gonna be
Oh,
the
you
best
do?
Christmas we've had in a long time.
We have the paperwork drawn up for what you owe us.
Merry Christmas!
Wow.
Christmas.
Now I feel bad for them.
And the moral of the story is, no matter how bad things are, remember, things can always get worse. No, wait, strike that. They will get worse. But after that, they'll get even worse. But after that, like after all hope is gone, they'll get even worse. But statistically, at
Come
some
on.
point, something
There's always light
good
at the end of
has
the tunnel,
to
huh?
happen, because that's just math. And when it does, you'll appreciate it all the more, even longer.
Everybody say Happy Holidays.
Happy holidays!
A tornado warning has been issued in
Yeah.
the area of...
God damn it.
Good morning, Mrs. Deagle.
What's good about it?
Yep, there we go. Well, Critic's got his studio back, I guess, so no more house stuff, I guess. Yeah, it took a while, but hey, I'm just glad he finally got it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Gremlins. See ya.